Castle View, my name is Jackson Chapman.
I'm Caleb Hansen. Thanks so much for watching CVTV.
Bet you guys didn't know that cheating happens a lot in sports.
Actually happens a lot in tennis.
Tennis is currently the fourth most popular sport in the world, with millions of players and billions of fans. It is highly competitive, with matches lasting up to 10 hours.
New record for the longest ever tennis match was set at Wimbledon this evening, after almost 10 hours of play.
And millions of dollars in prize money. So it's no surprise that there's a lot of pressure put on youth tennis players to perform well in hopes of going pro. But at what point is the pressure too much? At what point must a player risk cheating in order to have a shot at their future? In 2017, articles began surfacing highlighting the cheating occurring in youth tennis. And in an ESPN conference call, tennis legend John McEnroe said, "The cheating in the game is, to me, worse than ever. I guess the stakes are higher. It's a shame that these poor kids feel so much pressure. They cheat in practice at the club when we play. It's crazy. That is an issue that definitely has to be dealt with." In youth and most high school tennis, players are the judge and the jury. There are no line judges or officials, so players are responsible for calling if their shots are in or out. And since tennis is played at a very fast pace where accuracy is crucial, a few wrong calls can completely sway a match. Mackenzie Pago is Castleview's #1 player, who has played for 8 years and also happens to be a freshman. She moved from Colorado to California, where the competitiveness is even more extreme. She says she has experienced the cheating.
There's a lot of competitiveness in higher levels, so it's easier for people to cheat, especially when you are outmatching them at any point. They get quite angry very quickly and will often call anything that's even remotely close to being on the line.
It's not surprising that scholarships are a contributing factor. Tennis is very expensive, with the program and tournament fees along with travel and equipment expenses. So getting a scholarship feels like a form of payoff.
I would like to be able to get a scholarship, and I feel like sometimes if you think your performance is not good enough, you might perform a little worse and kind of get negative sometimes, but it's just ultimately you trying to work it out and realize that you don't have to pressure yourself, because you probably accomplish something if you're in the window to get a scholarship.
There's a lot of controversy about youth tennis on whether or not the presence of an umpire should be mandatory. But for now, the majority of youth tennis is played using the honor system, where players are expected to play with integrity and honesty. For those like Pago, their ethics and morals will take them farther than cheating ever will.
There are many places that help us support our extracurricular activities.
Recently, Barry Blends helped with a fundraiser for Orchestra.
Let's see how an event like that went.
Well, each year is, it changes slightly as far as orchestra needs. This year specifically, students were fundraising to pay for their trip to Grand Junction. As we will be performing in Grand Junction on April 26th for the West Invitational.
Well, obviously, kind of just the whole concept of food, that's a good way to be able to raise money. It's not like everyone has to come in and buy a dress, for instance. Everyone can buy a smoothie, so people can come by, grab a quick smoothie to drink, and then be on their way, help out the community, and then get something to be able to sip on for a little while.
Prom is in 2 weeks.
Let's see what it takes to set an event like that up.
That works? Jackson pencil and shirt.
See how
It's a
My name is Dominic Roberts. I'm a junior in high school at Castleview's here. Well, I am going to prom. I'm actually going to 2 proms. I'm going to one at Ponderosa and then the one here at CB. My girlfriend Alexa, she goes to Ponderosa, so we're going to go to her prom and then she's going to go to my prom. Okay, so she plays volleyball, so I thought I'd do a little volleyball thing. And then I had a poster and loaded the volleyball with a bunch of candy, and it kind of just went with the whole theme of what she likes to do as a sport. So we actually decided we're going to go to the White Elephant. What's that place called? What's that white, the chocolate with the chocolate factory? Is that what it's called? Yeah, that place. Anyways, we're going. No, it's the chocolate factory. I don't know what it's called. Or the Cheesecake Factory. There.
I'm Rose Goolsby, and I'm in 11th grade. I'm actually planning a promposal for later today. I'm going to ask my really close friend Keegan. That's good.
That's all you get. That's cool.
You want to go to prom with me?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. Here you go. Quad vanilla.
Oh my god. Did you make a New Year's resolution?
Did your resolution fail?
Well, we made a video to help you get back on track.
Right now, it's 4 months in the year. So guess what? New Year's resolutions, they're outdated. Nope, actually, according to statistics, most of the New Year's resolutions fail by the 6 months. Right now we're in that sweet spot where everyone is starting to wonder and ponder if they're gonna start to fail. So here we're gonna put up some situations on which lead to failure of your New Year's resolution and how to get rid of them. So let's say that you have troubles with eating in the middle of the night because you just get hungry and you need more food. This is not necessarily a bad thing. It just gets annoying to have to get out of bed every single night to go and get a snack that you're probably just going to have to get another of in about 5 minutes. To help this problem go away, try and just instead warm up some good old milk in the warming box on the wall, and boom, you have yourself an instant sleeping agent that doesn't involve breathing in any form of chemical. I'm talking about chloroform. A very popular resolution that has come to our attention is the idea of just no more unnatural sugars, as in like a candy bar or anything that is a baked sweet. But in our case, it is one of, or even the greatest chocolate squares ever created. Beautiful little confectionery beauties, as resistible as possible. You could either A, just put them somewhere and just not try and get them, or you could put them somewhere where you won't see them that much, somewhere where you usually hang out. In my case, it's on this couch over here. But wait, there's more. We actually found someone who's doing really good with their resolution. His resolution was to run a mile every single day, and he's been keeping up since January 1st. Even in the cold, in the rain, and all the other things.
Well, I wanted to see how far I could run within the year, as well as how far we ran during our cross-country season. There have been a couple days where I have felt a little sick or I didn't really want to run, but I still did it because I want to keep myself to it, you know? I recommend just keeping yourself, holding yourself to doing that resolution and trying to achieve that goal during the entirety of the year.
Come support our baseball team tomorrow night against Shaft. The game starts at 4:15.
And also, graduation is coming up, and even if you aren't a CV, you can still show up to support everyone who's graduating and the people who are performing.
A month ago, people auditioned to perform at graduation.
Let's see how our winners are doing.
I picked Wherever I Go by Miley Cyrus. The song is all about growing up and moving on and being excited about the future. The process was pretty much me preparing for the audition and then going in and auditioning in front of 7 of the staff at Castleview.
All of them put in their votes, wrote their input, discussed, and then afterwards all their votes were collected to determine whether or not we were going to perform at graduation. Biggest struggle so far in terms of my graduation audition or performance was probably that for auditions, I was kind of asked to accompany my group on piano. It wasn't super last minute, it just wasn't, I didn't have as much time as I usually do for other performances.
I'm most nervous to perform in front of all my classmates and everybody that I've ever seen, so that's pretty nerve-wracking.
For the performance, I'm honestly not too nervous. I got to perform at graduation last year with the Red Hot Jazz Choir, and there's something about performing in front of that many people that the nerves actually kind of go away because it's so many people. It's almost weird because when it's a smaller venue, I feel like it's almost so intimate that you're pressured because you know the people, but when there's so many people, it kind of just gets diluted and you don't worry about it as much and just have fun.
I wanted to audition because I sang at my 6th grade continuation, and so I felt like it'd be fun to also sing at my senior graduation.
It's so sick to be able to say you've performed at a venue that some of your favorite bands have performed on and that you've got to see them perform on. it's just so cool, like to say I got to be on the same stage as some of my favorite artists. So our song is Have It All by Jason Mraz. We picked it just because it kind of encapsulates the idea of kind of things coming to an end, but still having hope for what is to come. It talks a lot about wishing for the best for the future, and I think that's a really good way to end off the year. Just finish strong and say we hope for the best for everyone's future.
We're just concluding. Are you going to speak first, or?
Thanks so much for watching our episode.
You guys are awesome. Tune in next week.
Yeah, but even if you don't want to wait till next week, you can catch us online at cvstudentmedia.com or on YouTube at CV Student Media.